is pioneering radical unit of computing. It's a desktop PC that packs a mighty punch. Furthermore, Africa is currently dumping ground for all technology, and we want to do away with that. Also, when we started this conversation, we noticed that the ICT market is dominated by foreign imports, mostly because there exists no alternative. Another problem is industrialization. I always tell people you cannot industrialize before you digitize, and we're missing a step here. We have to digitize this nation, we have to digitize Africa. Meet Pebble. Pebble is designed by Maxim-Tech in Namibia, by remote manufacturing and assembled in China. Pebble boasts superior tech, less than 1/10 of the electricity consumed by your bigger desktop computers. We customize our units for our client in terms of branding, in terms of tailoring the configurations of what happens inside the Pebble. And also Pebble has amazing competitive pricing. If you look at the back on the tag there, you will see that it's designed by Maxim-Tech in Namibia, currently assembled in China. This is an assembly process we are in process of moving to Namibia.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Saki. I'm from Green Team Consultant. 60% of the water that is being consumed in Namibia or around African continent is from underground. But in most cases, that water is either salty or brackish. That means that water is not fit for human consumption. So this negatively impacts the food security. It impacts the livelihood choices and also impacts educational opportunities. There has been only one conventional method of treating the water up to now, and that method is by using chemicals. But in most cases, chemicals, they are expensive. That's number one. Number two, they have, in their approach, they are never really environmental conscious. And number three, they need an expert for somebody to treat the water. They need an expert so that they can able to treat the water probably monthly or on a yearly basis. From Green Team Consultant with an international company, we realized that you can able actually to treat the water without using any chemicals. That means we use what is called, or we come up with a product called nanocatalytic instant water converter. What we realized is that if you study the properties of the water, you can actually change the equilibrium of the elements of the compounds that are responsible for salinity in water. So with our nanocatalytic instant water converter, you put water under so much pressure using a catalytic platform which is in the pipe. So using a little bit of current, you create what is called artificial turbulence, so that you can able to change and alter the equilibrium of the elements of the compounds that are responsible for salinity in water.
My name is Armin. I'll quickly tell you the story of Bright Time, a trading platform. But before we go, a quick story to the story. I was actually invited to an unconference 2 years ago. I put my name up for a 5-minute Ignite presentation, not knowing what to talk about. And then they said, well, Armin, you're on the list. So then I really had to come up with an idea. And I've been dreaming about this idea for quite some time, and I really, that's actually when I made things happen. Just a bit of background. So I'm a part-time farmer in the Kalahari. The issue really being for all the farmers, and that's commercial farmers and communal farmers, is that the discrepancy in prices, especially, for instance, I highlighted the A5 and A6, so that's the fat grades get about 20 Rand cheaper than the optimum grade. But you as the consumer don't see the benefit at all. So in the supermarket, you'll buy the same thing, and the middleman is kind of taking that cut. So with that, Bright Time is born. View doesn't like meat, it's really about getting from the farmer directly to the consumer. We also believe that we directly talk to the SDG number 2. i.e. Promoting sustainable agriculture. And we also believe that it's fully scalable in other countries and in Africa around the world.
We are building software engineers. We are turning unemployed graduates into job-ready software engineers. Now, 10 years ago, I completed my computer science degree, and after completing, I realized that I could not actually identify problems and methodically create solutions to those problems that I've identified. Now, 10 years later, this has not changed much. There's an increasing gap between university graduates and the demand of the industry. So now, where is the issue really? We've realized that some students or some graduates, they have actually theoretical knowledge. They have skills that are based on theoretical knowledge. And very few are able to solve problems, but then they lack the recognition from the industry experts. Right. Now, this is felt through various spectrum of various sectors. Like, for example, corporations are struggling to get the quality talents to pull into their workforce. And then incubators are actually fighting to actually get the right skills. And usually it's resolved by hosting competitions. And then we have international organizations like the World Bank who are trying to pull and cultivate young business leaders into the industry. Now, our business model is very easy. We are creating value for corporations, and at the same time, we are providing practical skills to the unemployed graduates by providing them a platform where they can build real-world solutions that are addressing the critical challenges of quality of education and access to education in the country.
Diagnostic laboratories, and today I'm pitching an idea for my innovation space called Omupangi.com. Meet Elizabeth. She's a biomedical science student at NUST, and this is her story. Between November 2016 and June 2017, Elizabeth worked as a student scientist at ProQuest. Halfway through biochemistry training, she said to me, "Ms. Loide, sometimes I have problems breathing." Curious, I asked her to tell me about her condition. She started experiencing shortness of breath in 2015. Since then, she has seen general practitioners, a radiologist, a neurologist, and she was diagnosed with syncope. All tests and scans performed were either negative or normal, but the cause of her syncope remains unknown. What if we could expose Elizabeth to more healthcare professionals at a click of a button? Omupangi.com is a web-based healthcare solution that will provide easier access to verified health information and healthcare professionals while simultaneously connecting them. As a general public, you sign up and then you can either post a problem on Diagnose Me or contact healthcare professionals directly. As a healthcare professional, you create an account, go through a verification process, and then you can then engage with the public or access the various educational information available. It combines the different telehealth sites and apps currently available. It's interactive, creating a community. It's cheaper than telephone-based solutions and print media, and it's a bold leap for Africa to redefine healthcare.